Okay, so if you saw my other video, I printed 4 marshmallows at a time on the sassy trays. And when you do those, you want to be careful that they're close to the same size as in the thickness. So now I'm going to show you how to do it manually because I've seen a lot of questions about that. So the first thing I did is I set up my page size and my template size as 2.5 inches, which reflects the approximate size of the marshmallows, just a little bit bigger. And then I place my image on it. Now I'm going to tell it to print, and I always go a little bit higher than I normally would because marshmallows just suck up the ink. So I'm going to actually go, maybe 80 on this one. And the number I pick just depends on the image. That's got a lot of dark colors. This one doesn't. So this one I'm just going to go down a little bit. And then we're going to go in manual mode, and I'm going to print directly on the tongue. So I'm going to say 1. It's going to take a while to load because there's all these pictures. And then I'm going to come over here, and I want you to see, this is the way I would normally print them on the sassy tray. But in order to do that, you need to have them close to the same height. And if they're not, like you can see, this one is lower, then what you're going to get is this. It's going to scan it, and then it's going to print off. So we're going to do these manually instead. And as you can see, these are the ones that I pulled out from doing 4 at a time. And that's because they're all over the place on their size and their height and their size. So we'll do it one by one, and these are actually my test ones here. And you'll test and you'll see where it fits. On my machine, if I put it right at the end of the tongue, and then I'm going to center it on the tongue, and this is the sassy tray tongue, but it doesn't matter if you don't have the height kit. You don't have to use it. I took the carousel off, but you don't have to unplug it. You just have to have it. You just have to be able to get in there. So I just take the carousel off. Okay, so now I'm ready to print. Come on, dude, let's print. I thought I hit that once. Okay. So, and since we're doing them one at a time this way, the fact that this one is much fatter than this one, it's not going to matter because as it scans and goes through its little gyration to scan, it's going to pick up the right height. So you can see how different these are. And I also know when I print on this guy, because of that indent, it's not going to be great. And so sometimes I turn them over and sometimes I just don't use those. Like this one would look fine. This one would look fine. And otherwise, when I put them directly on the sassy tray, I just make sure that they all have about the same height. And they turn out really good. So I printed all of these 4 at a time on the sassy trays. And then I've got them under the fan. And really, as soon as I finish printing these guys, I will be ready to bag these because they come in really fast. I don't know why this isn't printing. Go. Oh, because the printer is turned off. Look at me being stupid. You can see when it goes in. Still need to remove the cookie because I kept the marshmallow on. Thinks the carousel's on, so it's going to do that. And now I should be able to actually print. Sorry, but it actually kind of gives you an idea of what can happen and how to fix it. Whenever you're trying to print manually, you don't want to put anything on that tongue until it's ready to go. And in this case, because I have all these other images on the screen, it actually loads all of those into memory even though it doesn't print it. So it takes it a longer time to load in Bartender. Okay, so now it's ready, and I'm going to do this test print on the other side. I'm going to put it right at the end, and I'm going to try to center that. You see how it took it in? And it automatically lowered the tongue so that this image will print. And this is how you can do it if you don't have a height kit. I use the Sassy Height kit, but you might have the Primera one or whatever. And there you go. And as you're printing it, you might say, okay, that's too close to the top, so that this was my test print. So what I would do the next time is I would move this a little bit closer to the edge, make sure it's centered in between, and then I would print it the next time and it would go down a little bit.